The New York Times is now calling the Texas Presbyterian Hospital the hospital from hell. Okay? Here's two trained nurses who were inadequately garbed when they're handling a known Ebola patient. Both get Ebola virus, right, get the infection. And one of them, in the early stages of her infection, where she calls CDC and says, look, the Center for Disease Control, federal agency, is supposed to track this stuff, says, look, I've got a fever. Is it okay for me to fly? I've been taking care of this Ebola guy. And she says, yeah, go ahead. So she flies to Cleveland, I guess it is, to plan a wedding, sees all her bridesmaids, mom, everybody around there, and then she flies back on another airline, okay, and exposing literally hundreds of people. And, of course, the CDC made horrible mistakes here. The patient called in and complained, I have a fever. I've been handling all the mess, the diarrhea and the vomit from this Ebola patient. Can I fly? Well, yeah, go ahead. You're 0.1% off from the temperature that would get us to pull the plug on you traveling. Well, you can see why. You can see why we have 2 million infections in our hospitals each year in America. This is a Center for Disease Control figure. They tattled on themselves. 2 million Americans are infected each year in hospitals by doctors simply because they don't wash their hands after they go potty. Of these 2 million infected each year, 90,000 die, almost 100,000 die. Now, if a foreign entity like ISIS or a country like Iran or North Vietnam or North Korea were to infect 2 million Americans with a biological weapon, kill 90,000, we'd immediately declare war on them. Here's one trade that does this annually, according to the Center for Disease Control. They do it annually in their workplace. Nobody raises an eyebrow. Front page story. Nobody raises an eyebrow. What is going on here? Well, the medical system has failed us terribly, okay? And so what I want you to do is get a hold of the book, God Bless America, which tells you how to deal with biological weapons or epidemics, earthquakes, wildfires, tornadoes, floods, all these sort of natural and man-made disasters, including pandemics and epidemics. And I want you to get a hold of the book, God Bless America, because it'll tell you what to do to protect yourself and the people you love. I want you to get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, because it actually goes over the history of how bad the medical system has been when it comes to infectious bugs, going way back to Semmelweis, who said, hey, guys, the reason why people are dying in the hospital because you don't wash your hands after doing an autopsy. They beat him to death. The other doctors beat him to death because he accused them of not washing their hands as being the cause of death in hospitals. Well, fortunately, they're not going to beat me to death because I can handle 10 doctors by myself, okay? Anyway, once you get a hold of the book, God Bless America, so you know what to do, how to prevent it. Once you get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, and you'll read the history, how doctors have only gotten worse over the years, okay? They know more, but they do less. You need the Pure Works. That's the spray, the foam, the liquid soap. We have the liquid lotion. Killer Biotic, support your immune system. Oh, yeah, the Pure Works for 3 to 5 hours after it dries. These alcohol-based Purell and all these alcohol-based skin disinfectants only work while they're wet. Then once you get the Envision Colloidal Silver, the 90 for Life program, all 90 essential nutrients to support your immune system. Once you get Store Go Foods, 25-year shelf life, all non-GMO, all non-MSG, all organic, only 50% of them are gluten-free, Beyond Organics, good herbs, great herbal medicines, if you will, herbal ways to support your immune system, and then Ancient Legacy, all our aromatherapy oils. All these things are going to help you with your health, support your immune system, disinfect you. You have to be prepared for this stuff. Hopefully this is all just a tempest in a teapot. But anything can happen here, and it hasn't started out well, and that's why the New York Times is calling the Dallas Presbyterian Hospital the hospital from hell. Both the nurses that got Ebola there have demanded they be sent somewhere else. One of them is going to Maryland, and the other one is going to the NIH hospital. And then, of course, one's going to Emory University in Atlanta. Everybody's getting out of Dodge. They're getting away from this Dallas hospital because they made such a mess of everything. And, of course, the CDC didn't make it any better when they told this nurse who was caring for this guy dying of Ebola, she said, I've got a temperature. Can I travel? Oh, yeah, go ahead, kid. Jump on the plane, no problem. we wouldn't want to interfere with your wedding. And so this is a mess. You've got to take care of yourself. Do not depend on the medical system. Do not depend on the CDC. They have failed us badly, okay? And so we must take care of ourselves. That's why there's the book, God Bless America. It's going to teach you how to fend off bugs. It's going to teach you how to isolate your family as necessary so you can protect them from infectious diseases, whether it's the flu season or if it's something worse like Ebola, or even if the bad guys turn Ebola into a biological weapon. Okay, they weaponize it. This is a bug that's easily weaponized, and you got to think in those terms. So be prepared. Don't say, "Oh my gosh, I wish I'd have listened to Wallach 3 months ago." Don't put yourself in that position. Get a hold of the book, God Bless America. Learn how to defend yourself and the people you love. Get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, and read how it goes way back thousands of years, how the medical system continues to fail us when it comes to bugs, infectious diseases. As they say in France, it ain't getting any better. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, when I saw this one, I was kind of surprised at the headline because I thought, they're just now figuring this out. And I found this on Fox News, and the headline reads, "Older women more likely to have multiple health conditions." And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So they say in the context of an aging population, the number of cases of people with multi-morbidity or multiple health conditions is increasing. They say this is the first comprehensive systematic review in the field that found higher levels of multi-morbidity in women, and they say it also revealed poor quality of evidence in this increasingly critical area of healthcare. And the review's main author, Professor Jose M. Valderas, he's from the National Institute of Health Research in Spain's Ministry of Science and Innovation. And he's calling for better quality research to be supported as a priority so that key decisions on healthcare policy can be evidence-based. In this study, which was published in the journal PLOS 1, they said that an international group of experts analyzed published data from studies from 12 countries, and the work was supported by the NIR, and they also say that they showed the prevalence of multiple health conditions widely varied between the studies from less than 15% to more than 95%. And they say the definition of multimorbidity itself also varied. And they say multimorbidity increases the risk of premature death, hospitalizations, loss of functioning, physical functioning, depression, and the worsening quality of health, translating into a substantial economic burden for the health systems. And Professor Valderas says, despite the variations in the studies, one overarching finding is that older women are more likely to have multiple health conditions than men. They say this is the first verification using data from different countries all over the world. He said, in our study, we found that women may suffer multiple conditions up to 62% of the time more than men. And not one mention in this entire article of a gluten intolerance, which we know is what leads to having multiple health conditions.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the primary reasons. And, of course, Shar and I see this all the time. We're out there giving hundreds of lectures each year and answer questions for people after the lectures, Q&A. And people will say, I've got diabetes, I've got arthritis, I've got fibromyalgia, I got low thyroid, I got macular degeneration, I got irritable bowel syndrome. There it is, irritable bowel syndrome. They got a gluten intolerance, and they can't absorb the nutrients, and everything they're naming is a nutritional deficiency. And so you're exactly right. These doctors have no clue. And this is very, very scary, and that's why I want everybody to get a hold of that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and learn how to take care of themselves. Learn how to do your own laboratory test. Don't depend on the medical system. In fact, I just talked to a 20-year-old girl this morning who's going to go in to get nasal septum surgery, and because she had a deviated septum, and her white blood cell was only half of what it's supposed to be. Well, this has to do with osteoporosis in a young girl, because the osteoporosis, the bone matrix is filling in the bone marrow cavity, can't make enough white blood cells. Why would you go to a hospital and get surgery? You don't even have enough white blood cells to defend yourself. You're going to get an infection in there. You're not a good candidate for surgery, and you have osteoporosis. So let's get you on the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, get you on the Raven Sarah, which is our aromatherapy oil for reducing the swelling in the nasal passages so you can get all the mucus out of your sinuses and reduce those headaches. He says, that sounds much better than with a chisel and hammer in my head. Well, yeah. And so here's where a little of experience in using the tools from Longevity, learning how to deal with over 900 different diseases using Vitamins, minerals, and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, and aromatherapy oils. Get a hold of that trilogy books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Be Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. Thank you, Doug, and we'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Virginia, and Carmen, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Carmen, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I have been losing hair. When you take a shower, it just comes out in handfuls. And yesterday my feet were swollen, and I don't know if I'm just taking the bone and joint thing and the bone building thing. That's all.
Okay, how long have you been doing that?
Well, I just got the bone building thing today, but I've been on it since February last year of the
90
bone and joint. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have any history of any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea?
No.
Do you have any history of asthma as a kid?
No, I had bronchitis all the time.
I'm sorry, say?
Like 4 times a year. Bronchitis all the time.
Oh, you have bronchitis all the time. Well, there you go. Do you have your appendix out?
Yeah, I had them out last year in November.
Your appendix out was last November?
Yeah.
Did you have bowel problems like irritable bowel syndrome or colitis or anything?
No.
Okay, but you just had an appendix attack.
I had pain, and I went for my arm and my belly, and they said, your arm doesn't matter. You have appendicitis.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I can't stay because my dad will die if I don't go home to feed him. And so they had me in and out in like 5 hours.
So they did a quick appendectomy on you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Shar. This is a Shar thing. This gal was losing her hair. She had a history of bronchitis off and on forever, and she had her appendix out. What's she got?
She's got a gluten problem, definitely, no question about it.
Yep, this is a gluten problem. How much do you weigh, Carmen?
130 today.
Okay. Well, definitely you need to go on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Everybody in your household, the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, spouse, mom, dad, mother-in-law, kids, everybody in the household has got to be gluten-free. No wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils. And then what would you give her for the hair loss, Shar?
For hair loss, well, hair loss is a skin problem. It could be a thyroid problem too.
Okay, what about the hair, skin, and nails? Let's be real simple here.
Skin and nails, but also, shouldn't she take the Ocean's Gold if it's a thyroid problem?
Yeah. Okay. When you're missing nutrients, just like Doug's Pearls of Wisdom today, multiple problems, right? Okay. So, 130 pounds. Let's have you take, and you're already on the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. And so, definitely, I would take, in addition to that, you're already taking the extra bone builder. Take 3 of those twice a day. I'd also get the hair, skin, and nail. Take 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. And I would throw in the Ocean's Gold, like Shar says, 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. All this every 2 weeks. We'll turn this around for you. Oh, yeah, eat 6 eggs a day. Get that protein level up, and that'll stop the feet swelling. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to New York, and Isaac, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Isaac. You're on the air.
Yes, hello, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling because I've been having, and I still have, loose stools or liquid bowel movements. And
how long has this been going on?
I'm sorry?
How long has this been going on?
This has been going on since, I would say, 2007.
Okay.
Yes,
and do you have any history of any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, rosacea, psoriasis?
Well, until now, I've had dry skin. I don't have any.
Okay, do you have any rough, dry skin on the backs of your arms or your thighs?
I have dry skin all over me.
All over, okay. Did you, let's see here. Did you have any bronchitis or asthma as a kid?
No.
Okay, did you have your appendix out?
No.
Do you have any, let's see here. Well, you already got the low stools and dry skin. Okay, Shar, this is a Shar thing.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely got a gluten problem, no question about it.
Yep, exactly. Well done, girl. Okay, how much do you weigh, Isaac?
I'm 140.
Okay, do you have any other issues like diabetes or high blood pressure, anything like that?
No. No. Just that.
Just the diarrhea?
I'm short of breath. Like I'm really tired these days. I feel like.
Okay, you're getting okay. Yeah, if you can't absorb nutrients, you're going to be tired. Do you have any noisy joints, anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. 140 pounds. He's got gluten problems, dry skin. What would you give this guy, Char? What would you do for him?
Well, if he's got no other issues, I'd just give him a healthy Start Pack 2.0, and he could take the hair, skin, and nails, and he could take some extra EFAs to get his skin softened up again
Okay.
more.
Very good. Exactly. Okay. So Char hit it on the head here, Isaac. Absolutely no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. That includes the dog, the cat, spouse, girlfriend, mother-in-law, kids. Everybody in the household has got to be gluten-free. If you have any brothers and sisters, I'd warn them because they have the same problem you got. Mom passed it on to you. If your mom's still alive, I'd let her know so she can tell her siblings and take care of herself. You'll add 25 years to your mama's life. You get her off of gluten. Absolutely no gluten, no fried foods, no processed meats and oils. I'd also, Char said, 140 pounds, I'd be a little heavy. You need a little more than one Healthy Start Pack. I'd go ahead and take 2 Healthy Start Packs per month. That'll be 1 ounce of the Osteo FX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner. And for the skin problems, as Char said, I'd go ahead and take the hair, skin, and nails. I'd go ahead and take 3 of those twice a day as 2 bottles a month. And call us every couple of weeks. If you want some energy, go ahead with the Rebound, our sports drink. No gluten in there, has 100 nutrients in it. And go ahead and you can have 3 or 4 servings of that a day. And then call us every couple of weeks. Let us know how you're doing, Isaac. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Germany. And Petra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, Petra, how you doing?
Oh, I'm okay, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my phone call.
Ma'am.
I'm calling because of my 7-year-old female sterilized cat, and she's always suffering from struvite kidney stones with a bladder infection. And I put her on gluten-free food. I tried hard. It's dry food, and I also use tin can food and raw meat and stuff. But she's so picky. I also have the Arthridex, and she won't eat it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, here's what you're going to have to do.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have kidney stones, whether you're a cat or a dog or a human or an elephant, when you have kidney stones, it's because you have a calcium deficiency. The calcium in the kidney stones actually come from her bones, and so she's starting this process of pulling calcium from her bones to maintain blood calcium. The same principle is true for humans with kidney stones. So if she won't eat food with the Arthridex added to it, what I want you to do is, and what does this cat weigh? Is she a big cat or a little cat?
Yeah, big one, 20 pounds.
20 pounds. Okay, well, I'd give her 1 capsule full of the Arthridex, okay? And a scooper. You may have to put it into 2 capsules because it's not a big scoop. I'd put it in the capsules, and I'd just go ahead and put them down her throat every day, rub her little throat, and so you're going to just have to give them to her, medicate her as opposed to just sprinkling it on her food. She's got to get these minerals down in her, otherwise she'll keep having kidney stones. Okay, so you got to get it into her, get some empty capsules. You can get them from the pharmacy and fill them up yourself. I'd give her a whole scoop because she's got a pathology problem. Call us every couple of weeks. Let us know how Kat is doing. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Florida. And Sandra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Sandra, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, you're on the air.
Yes. I have other issues. My husband has shingles. My son has sinus problems. And I have diabetes.
Okay, let's talk about one at a time. I can't get mixed up here with your son and your daughter and you here. So who do you want to talk about first?
My husband.
Okay, your husband.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about your husband. What has he got?
Yes, shingles.
He has shingles. Anything else?
Yes, and he have acne, a lot of acne.
Acne?
Yes.
Okay, skin problems. All right. Does he have any history of asthma or bronchitis?
No.
Okay, does he have any history of constipation or diarrhea?
No.
Okay. Let's see. How much does he weigh?
About 60.
60 kilos?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe 150 pounds. Okay. Right. All right. Okay, yeah, Char, I think this is a Char thing. What do you think this guy has?
Well, she said he has skin problems. That's a gluten problem.
Yeah, he's got adult acne, which is definitely a gluten problem. And so I'd get him off of gluten, Sandra. He needs to be totally off of wheat, barley, rye, and oats. That means no good German beer, no wine, absolutely no bourbon or scotch, absolutely no bread, no pasta. Absolutely got to get the wheat, barley, and rye, and oats out of his life. I would also get rid of all the fried foods, the processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. Absolutely means no deli slices, no sandwich meats, no sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam, canned meats, hot dogs, brats, all that's got to go. Then no oils. It means no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils, and no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And 150 pounds, because he has the shingles, I'd go ahead and dose him heavy. I'd give him 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. That's 3 selenium twice a day. That's 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus twice a day. 2 scoops of the Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals twice a day. And 3 of the EFA Pluses twice a day and 3 of the EFAs twice a day. All that will be accomplished by the 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. I would also throw in the Killer Biotic 3 twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month to support his immune system. Also, 2 of those herbs in the Killer Biotic actually have antimicrobial properties. And then I'd get her Envision Colloidal Silver and wet down those shingles lesions if they still exist, or wet down the places where he still feels the pain. With our colloidal silver, maybe keep those areas wet for about 5 or 10 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day. And just getting him off of gluten is going to reduce the pressure on his immune system, and he'll have less probability of having shingles in the future. But let's go with that. And give us a call every couple of weeks and just give us a short report on him in a couple of weeks, and then we can take on a second one, either yourself or your son. Okay, Doug, we have time for another one.
Yeah, let's head to Arizona. And Diane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Diane, you're on the air.
Hi. I have a friend who about every 3 months keeps going into the hospital with bleeding ulcers, and they've just told him he's going to die that way. Is there anything we can do?
Okay, are they giving him antibiotics?
No.
Well, if he's got bleeding ulcers, now are they coming out of his? Is he bleeding out of his back end or front end? Is he throwing up blood or is he pooping blood?
It's the back end.
Back end, okay. Now, do you know if this is black like coffee grounds or is this red blood?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, you need to ask him that question for me. But he could have ulcerative colitis if it's red blood, or he could have internal hemorrhoids. If it looks like coffee grounds, it could be from the stomach. But ulcers, gastric ulcers, are actually caused by a bug called Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori. It's easily killed in a couple of weeks with antibiotics. And so I'm kind of distressed these doctors are telling him this and just sort of treating him emergency room and then sending him home. This is insane and very, very bad procedure on the part of the doctor. So he needs to change the doctors immediately. I need to know if he has irritable bowel syndrome or internal hemorrhoids. I need to know if these are gastric ulcers. Have they put an endoscopic scope down him? Have they given him a barium drink to drink? And have they looked at him with an ultrasound or a CAT scan? Do you know any of that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, what does he weigh? Do you know?
About 170 pounds.
Yeah. Okay, well, he needs to have all those diagnostics done. We need to know, excuse me, if he's got irritable bowel syndrome. Sharp, if it's irritable bowel syndrome, what's he got?
You know, gluten problems.
Yep, exactly. If he's got irritable bowel syndrome or ulcerative colitis, he's got a gluten problem, I'd get him on a gluten-free diet anyway. The doctors say he's going to die from this. They're just throwing up their hands and not giving him antibiotics if it's a gastric ulcer. Oh, that's malpractice. I'd go ahead and change the doctors, get him on a gluten-free diet, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils. And then I would give him something really, really gentle, like just the plain minerals. Let's just start him with the plain minerals and the EFA pluses. I'd give him plain minerals. I'd give him a half ounce 4 times a day, a half ounce at breakfast, half ounce at lunch, half ounce at dinner, half ounce at bedtime. That'll be 2 ounces a day, just the plain plant minerals. I'd also give him 3 of the EFA pluses twice a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month. And I would also, so he gets a little bit of vitamin K so he's not bleeding so much, I'd go ahead and give him something like the liquid. I'd go ahead and give him the 2.0. I'd go ahead and give him the 2.0 Beyond Tangerine. And I'd give him 1 scoop in the morning, 1 scoop in the afternoon. But find out all this diagnostic stuff for me, see if they've done any of those things. Because it just sounds like they're not approaching this correctly, whether it's coming out the back end or the front end, neither one. But I think Char's exactly right. This is probably ulcerative colitis. There's blood coming out his back end. And so let's find out diagnostic and make sure what color the blood is. You can ask him that. He'll know. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Florida. And James, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
James, you're on the air.
Yes, how you doing, Dr. Wallach?
Okay, sir. How can we help you?
I got a couple of patients. It's a little dangerous on here. One of the guys, he suffered with prostate cancer, and he suffers with kidney failure, and he's suffering with liver from drink, cirrhosis of the liver from drinking. And he's in pretty bad shape. They get him all this medication, but it really ain't doing him no good.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that you got some way we can get him some help.
Yeah. How much does he weigh?
He's around I give about 145.
Okay. And how old is this fella?
Well, he's older than me. I'd be 62, so I think his wife say he's like 72.
Close enough. He's not 14 years old. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Kidney failure. Is he on dialysis?
Well, no, because I don't see where they put the hookup and no, but he's taking pills.
Okay.
I think, I don't see where he's getting no dialysis, but they feed him medication right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, he's got to have high quality food, and I'd go ahead and give him 6, 8, 10 eggs a day. They can be soft scrambled in butter. They can be soft poached. They can be soft boiled with soft yolks. You need some high-quality food, and eggs are going to be his best food. He also have some things like baked sweet potatoes with butter and cinnamon, and lots of soup, but absolutely no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. And let's see here. Because he's got all these things going on, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, I would also get him on 2 of the healthy brain and heart packs per month. That'll be 3 of the selenium twice a day, or 2 selenium 3 times a day, 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus twice a day, and let's see here, be 2 scoops of the Ontane Tangerine 2 times a day. Let's see, 3 of the EFA Pluses twice a day, 3 of the EFAs twice a day. All that'll be taken care of by the 2 healthy start packs, or excuse me, the 2 healthy brain and heart packs. And then because he has kidney failure, I throw in 6 of the Ultimate Daily tablets a day, be 2 at breakfast, 2 at lunch, 2 at dinner. And also for the liver, I throw in the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month. And this is to cover all these eventualities. Now, like you say, he's got lots of problems here, but he usually says, Shar would always say, he's got that many problems, he's got a gluten intolerance, okay? And this means he's not absorbing nutrients, that's why he's got so many problems. Also, because he has prostate cancer, I would throw in the Ocean's Gold for the sea cucumber, which supports the immune system when you have cancer, other terrible chronic diseases. Great for your immune system. The sea cucumber, which is in our Ocean's Gold, 3 of those twice a day, or 2, 3 times a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month. And if he has a hard time with all this stuff, get it into an ice cream. Make it into an ice cream with our shake. Okay, make it out of heavy whipping cream. Throw it in with the Slender Effect shake. Throw some of those eggs in there, make it into an ice cream, put all that stuff into the ice cream, blend it up with a blender, freeze it, and let them nibble on that throughout the day. That'll be the best way to do it. Give me a call every couple of weeks. Let me know how this fellow's doing. But this is going to take some pretty intensive, obsessive care to make this work. Okay, Doug, how much time we have here?
A little less than 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Remind everybody, my new book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theories of Disease Transmission. Never before in human history have we needed to be taking care of ourselves and stay away from the medical system as much as possible. You're going to find out everything you need to give your genes, your DNA, your RNA, and your end caps on the chromosomes, okay, the telomeres. You need to give them the raw materials to maximize your genetic potential for longevity, for health, for intelligence, and for fending off disease. Get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, Take Care, and learn how to take care of yourself and the people you love and add 25 to 50 healthy years to your lives. Okay, well, thank you, Shar. Super job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless our soldiers. God bless our Navy SEALs, and God bless America.